So I'm going to talk about science and religion, but before you fall asleep, I promise that I won't mention the Big Bang Theory or evolution or the age of the world for more than about 10 seconds. So this starts I started thinking about this when, about October, I was staying in a hostel in Nachlaot, and I got into this conversation with a Breslever about science and religion. And of course he took the side of like, evolution is terrible and destroying our religion and who knows what else. But one of the things he said that really struck me was that as a way of deriding science, he thought of science as a religion that keeps us from seeing the miraculous things in the world. And of course, I didn't agree with this either, but I started to think about like, what is the relationship between my love of science and my love of Judaism? And before I came here, it was pretty clear to me. I study science, I love science, I do research in science, and that's what I love to do and what I believe is part of what I should do as like a profession that has Jewish values. And on Shabbat, and when I daven, and whatever, that is my community. And that is when I have an opportunity to connect with people in a special way, and to do things that replenish my ability to work hard, and are really valuable to me spiritually. But when I came here, and this was my first real time spending most of my energy studying Jewish texts, it became a little bit more complicated for me, because in the morning during my Gemara Chavruta, I was often anticipating my evening when I would be back in front of my computer doing calculations, trying to finish my research project of 4 years on some esoteric materials that really won't have anything to do with solar energy applications. But what I saw was that there's an inherent, like, when I was truly focused on Jewish learning and learning tremendously from that experience, I was also experiencing this conflict that, like, we have only a limited ability to do things in this world. And I think that on a broader scale, we deal with this question when we think of, like, how much time should we spend devoted internally to studying, and how much time should we spend not in the Beit Midrash, but in the world. But what has been so wonderful for me is that I've been able to face this type of conflict as it is with a group of people who really bring their questions, whatever they are in life, to Torah study. And all of us strive in our own ways to connect to Judaism with the assumption that we have different perspectives, but that our different perspectives will come together and help us build a bigger and stronger community. So whether your connection to Judaism is growing long payas, or growing mine, or davening shacharit, or Shabbos dinner, or walking in the forest, or whatever it is, I want to thank you for sharing it, and I really want to thank you for sharing yourselves, and for the wonderful opportunity to get to know you.